We begin this morning with the aftermath of that deadly mass shooting at Michigan State University as we learn more about the 3 students who were killed.
Last night, friends, family, and community members held a vigil for one of the victims, 20-year-old Alexandria Werner. And this comes as new details emerge about the shooter's past. Roxana Saberi is in East Lansing, Michigan, with the latest on this. Roxana, good morning.
Good morning. Here at the MSU Spartan statue, a tribute to the victims is growing. Classes have been postponed here until Monday. Students are sharing stories of survival as we're learning new details about the gunman.
Our Spartan community is reeling today.
At an emotional press conference Tuesday, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer mourned the victims of the deadly shooting at MSU. The school is also her alma mater.
Another place that is supposed to be about community and togetherness, shattered by bullets and bloodshed.
Oh my God.
Just after 8:15 p.m. Monday, an emergency alert instructed students to run, hide, or if there was no other option, fight.
We had went to the bathroom and we barricaded the door with a couch and we just turned all the lights off.
That harrowing account was similarly shared by many as law enforcement swarmed MSU's campus. Police say a more than 3-hour search for the shooter ensued before he fatally shot himself at an off-campus location.
This will always be in the back of my mind.
19-year-old freshman Ryan Cullihan told us he called his family as he hid in the library with his girlfriend.
Did you ever think this could be the last time I'm speaking to my family?
It crossed my mind, yeah, multiple times.
The students killed in the shooting are Ariel Anderson, who wanted to be a pediatrician, Brian Frazier, the president of his fraternity, and Alexandria Werner, an all-state athlete.
Iconic human being.
Billy Schellenbarger is the superintendent of Clawson Public Schools, where Werner was previously a high school student.
Her heart was huge. Her kindness and compassion were second to none.
5 additional victims are in critical condition and receiving care at E.W. Sparrow Hospital in Lansing. Chief Medical Officer Denny Martin broke down as he described the effort to treat them.
Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, sorry.
According to law enforcement, the gunman had no ties to MSU, but he did have a criminal record and was sentenced to a year of probation in 2019 for illegally carrying a concealed weapon without a proper permit.
He's always popping off some rounds.
Neighbors say they regularly heard him firing a weapon in the backyard of the Lansing home where he lived with his parents.
We've heard the shots and stuff, and we'd be like, what the heck?
Here at MSU tonight, a vigil for the victims will be held. Some students here have survived other school shootings, including one in Oxford, Michigan, not far from here, just 15 months ago, when 4 students were killed. Anne-Marie and Chanel.
Roxana, thank you. So we want to bring in CBS News correspondent Elaine Quijano now to talk a little bit more about how the school community is dealing with the shooting and, of course, the police investigation. So, Elaine, I can imagine there are some students who just do not feel comfortable staying on campus at this point. Can you give us a sense of what you're hearing from some of the kids on campus?
Yeah, so Anne-Marie, I'll tell you, I just got in last night, but driving around campus, you can just feel this palpable sense of grief. I'm here in front of the Michigan State Spartan statue, where you see that tribute, that growing pile of flowers, continues to be this outward expression of that grief that so many are feeling. There are not students walking around on this campus. As you heard Roxana say, classes are suspended until next week. But beyond the MSU campus, Anne-Marie, what you see are those grim rituals that unfortunately so many communities across this country have become accustomed to. We've seen flags at half-staff. Along the highway, there are billboards that read Spartan Strong. And Anne-Marie, this was striking to me as well. In watching local coverage of this shooting, what we have seen here just in the last 24, 48 hours is the reaching out of community officials for mental health resources. I've covered a number of shootings, unfortunately, and that's pretty striking to me to notice that there is an acknowledgement that there's a mental and psychological toll that's taken, of course, for the victims' families, the victims themselves who are fighting for their lives, but also for those who were a part of this community. There's a sense of safety that has been violated now, and those lives for people on this campus and beyond are going to be forever changed.
And Elaine, we know MSU students are set to hold a protest at the state's capitol later on today. Can you speak a bit about what they hope to achieve there?
Yeah, so this is another one of those kind of grim rituals that we have unfortunately seen time and time again, where after an incident of violence, there is the righteous anger that comes with this loss of life. So what you will see are students and others gathering at the state capitol to make it known that they want to see something done about gun violence. They want to see legislation. They want to see some sign of progress in their view that prevents, they hope, another tragedy like this from happening again. It's something we have seen in other communities, but that is set to take place at noon Eastern.
So we know there were several victims as well, at least 5 victims taken to the hospital. Do we have an update on them and how they're doing?
The latest word we had was that they are in critical condition. But Anne Marie, as I was saying, it is not just for them and their families that this ordeal is really having such a profound effect, but across this community, you can really see it. And there have been people stopping by, I should tell you, even as I've been standing here, sort of silently looking on and in their own sense paying respects to those killed, to those injured, and obviously here this is a community trying to understand what happened. So that is the kind of thing that we are seeing on campus on this day. Again, classes are not resuming until next week, but as people try to come to terms with what happened, where I'm standing here in front of this statue is a place where people have come to try to find a sense of comfort.
Elaine, the mayor of East Lansing was on primetime with John Dickerson last night, was asked on that program whether he felt like there was always potential for a shooting to happen. Let's take a listen.
You hope against hope for something like this not to happen to this degree, but obviously we prepare for this. We're near the capital city as well, so there's many other elements that we have to prepare for, as well as large events, huge Big Ten games, and other things we have to drill and prepare for. So we're prepared in that sense, tactically, but there's no way to prepare for a catastrophic event involving young people, and particularly myself as a parent and a member of the community. That there is no way to emotionally or otherwise prepare for something like this to occur in your community.
Elaine, in your assessment, is this different than what we ordinarily hear from officials after a mass shooting like this?
Well, I could just tell you that being on a school campus is a place that is supposed to be a place of safety, a place where the focus is on learning here on the campus of Michigan State University, on higher education and learning. I'm not far from the stadium here, where, it's a gathering place for happier moments. And now all of that has been shattered. And officials are trying to figure out how to grapple with the reality of the times that we are living in, where incidents like this one of mass violence occur on a scale that, just 10, 20 years ago, perhaps, was not as often. So there is a struggle that public officials and educators are grappling with, and that is how to keep their communities, and in this case, their students, safe so that they can come and actually fulfill the thing that they are here to do, and that is get an education. But safety comes first. So what you heard from the mayor there is the struggle that we are hearing from other public officials across this country. How is it that people can go about their day-to-day lives when a sense of basic safety feels so horrifically violated at this point? That's what you heard from the mayor last night.
Yeah, just such a horrible situation that unfortunately we are all too familiar with. Elaine, thanks so much.